Welcome to East Rockaway High School's Harry Bunting Auditorium. It is our pleasure to present Mary Poppins, directed by Miss Pam Morano, musical direction by Mr. Thomas Sloan, vocal music direction by Miss Shauna Silva, and choreography by Miss Sherry Bowman. During the performance, we ask that no refreshments be brought into the auditorium. And since our show is set in England in the early 20th century, a time when there was no such thing as a cell phone or other portable electronic, we ask that you take the time now to shut them off or put them into silent mode. In case of emergency, please note that there's an exit in each corner of the auditorium. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy Mary Poppins.
Well, good riddance to you then. I don't mind if somebody way out. have to mend by your children's pranks. Do you really think I've made another blunder? What on earth am I to say to Mr. Banks? George, dear, I'm feeling so bereft, dear. Another nanny's left, dear. Every nanny goes where unlucky, I suppose. We are never going to find the perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. Running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Since I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Count. The simple truth is, you engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool. A nanny's a stalwart our children would gain by having such a nanny on Cherry Tree Lane. So take control of situations, show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role, they know their stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half. Briefcase.
I thought Katie Nan would be fair with the children. She always looked so cross.
Winifred, never confuse efficiency for a liver complaint. Umbrella.
If only we could find someone like her old nanny.
I'm afraid that's not realistic, my dear. Few women alive can manage Miss Andrew's standards of efficiency. And besides, we can never afford anyone of her caliber.
Precision and order. He wants nothing less. Yes, and we're in the mess. No wonder the nannies are driven insane. We're living in a madhouse in Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you do want to please me.
You know I do, George.
Very well. Then, place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
We better give them ours before they make another mistake.
I would stress that.
Father,
What's that you're holding, dear?
we've written our own advertisement.
What's on?
George, please, I think we should hear it.
Now, Winifred, none of your theatrics.
It won't hurt to listen.
Wanted, a nanny for 2 adorable children.
Adorable? That's debatable, I must say.
If you want this choice position, have a cherry disposition on rosy cheeks. No one
That's part I put in.
play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be good, very sweet and very pretty.
What of all the ridiculous?
George, please.
Take us on outings, give us treats.
Sing songs, bring sweets. Never be cross or cruel. Never feed us castor oil or gruel.
Love us as a son and daughter,
And never smell of barley water. I put that bit in too.
if you won't scold out, don't rename us. We will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see.
Put toast in your bed or pepper in your tea.
Hurry, Nanny, many thanks, sincerely, Jane
And Michael, Banks.
That's quite enough time to out for one day. Would you two please go upstairs and let me get to work?
They were only trying to help.
It won't tell anyone to make me late. Where's my hat?
George, dear.
Hat?
Hat, I thought you put it down here.
Hat?
Hat! I'm sure a bowler hat can simply they disappear. Think they'll find a nanny. Ah, there it is. Doesn't run away.
Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of our household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, all on order made.
I remain the sovereign. I shall be home at 6 o'clock sharp.
He reigns the sovereign.
Good morning.
Yes.
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisement. Not yet.
George and Winifred Banks live here, do they not?
Mr. and Mrs. Banks live here, yes.
And you were looking for a nanny?
Well, I
Very well
suppose...
then, now let's see. Play games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Oh, none at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But I'll take it up with Mrs. Banks. She manages all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give references.
But I thought it was usual.
A very old-fashioned idea to my mind. The best people never require them now.
I see. You will have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9.
The best people give every second Wednesday from 6 till 8, ma'am, and that is what I shall take.
Oh, I see. Well, it's all settled then.
As long as I'm satisfied, I'll see the children now, thank you.
Of course. You'll find them very nice children. Now this is... Oh.
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare, and close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Let's fit forward. Spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny.
She passed the interview then?
Or I did.
Very tidy, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
Me, I am. I like to keep things neat.
Oh, do you indeed? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Who's she when she's at home?
That's Valentine. She's mine.
From the look on her face, I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
She's just a doll, and I don't want to play with her right now.
Treat her like that, and she might not want to play with you. Now, first things first, I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
But there's nothing in it.
We'd better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky.
Mary Poppins, how did you know we wanted a nanny? Well, we made our list.
Your list? I'm not an item in the weekly shop, thank you very much.
How did you come? It was sent with me.
It did. Now stand over there. Just as I thought, a noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome...
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see.
By the time the wind has blown practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say, its virtue virtually needs no bound. Its trait is great and perfectly sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. And lovely, both prim and proper, and never to stir. Well educated, yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner refined, and I wear shoes of the sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and also I remain. There's nothing else I feel like explain. I'm practically perfect in every way. I'm practically perfect, that's my forte. Uncanniness are hard to find. Unique yet unspeakably kind. I'm practically perfect, not slightly slow. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. I'm so practically perfect in every way. But those are my credentials. Perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental,
Never.
not grouchy or cross.
What's that very thought?
You stay tender when the going gets tough.
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss?
Or have objections to playing with us.
Oh, I like games, but I choose them.
What? That's not fair!
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this.
You're practically perfect in every way.
I guarantee.
Practically perfect. We hope you'll stay.
Each virtue virtually is no bound. Its trait is great.
And patiently sound.
Patiently sound. It's what? Jane, doll, please. I'll take my telescope, thank you.
It's not fair.
I didn't say I was fair. I said I was. Practically perfect, and here's my year. By the time we leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect.
Practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every way.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me own work, from me own memory. Oh, I mean, nothing's here. Come on, Mr. Parky, let's just be pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
I'll be the judge of that. This is my park, and I say interfere with the public rarely. I want to do this. That is, just you watch it. That's it. Just you watch it.
Stay right where you are. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins!
It's nice to see you, Bert.
I must say you do look swell.
How does he know you? He can't know you. You've only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, my good thanks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen them running about chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So, what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called Walk in the Park.
Some game. I'd rather eat spinach.
Come on, Bert, you're due for a break, and you promised you'd take me out when we met again. Or have you forgotten?
Of course I ain't, Mary. It's just...
Oh dear, is that all you've got? Never mind, my treat. And no one's charging for the trees in the sky, are they?
Mary Poppins, is he really coming with us?
Why shouldn't he?
Start off with, he's very dirty, isn't he? Mother would never approve.
What's that?
You can't come with us. You're too dirty, and we don't want to go to this stinky park anyway.
Oh, yes, you do. Because when you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. And if she says it's a game, she's got something in mind. You can be certain of that.
That's a picture of the park, isn't it?
That's not the park. Not our park anyway. Look, the trees are much brighter green and the skies are quite different blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. All that it takes is a spark. Then something as plain as a park becomes a wonderland! All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand. Why, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the
I
dawn.
haven't the faintest idea what
When
you're
Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You got a brass ball on us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come on, you two.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking that parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks, and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss.
Is she doing it despite us?
We could lose her for a lark.
Perhaps it's all a plot.
I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park.
What was that?
Quite wrong, you know.
What? Who are you?
Amelia, surely you know that. You stand beneath me often enough. I waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
I knew the glory's day, the riders are morning in May.
Have you ever seen the grass so green or a bluer sky?
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Better days I've never known.
Head off the passing statuary.
Nothing's ever set in stone. looks like all of us were born to take a promenade in the park.
Poppins.
She's an old friend of my father.
Your father? You can't have a father, you're a statue.
Well, if that's true, then why do I miss him so much?
Isn't he one of the other statues?
No, he lives far away from here.
Do you really miss him?
Wouldn't you miss your father if you hardly ever saw him?
I'll have to think about that.
That's it. That's what it was. What? This plinth is half empty. The statue's missing.
Do you mean you've lost your marbles?
I knew you would have bothering with.
Will you play with us again?
Of course, I'm not going anywhere.
Then we'll see you soon. Goodbye, Elias.
Goodbye.
Elias must be so lonely. Won't his father ever come to stay?
Anything can happen if you let him.
How long will you stay?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the winter ends. Now run along in.
Good night, Jane. Good night, Michael. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Bert. Jane and Michael want to say good night.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we've had a fantastic day. We sang with the bus stop, down to the statue, and met Queen Victoria. You ought to have a proof.
If you knew it, then why did you do it?
Daddy, can I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly one?
You could always teach me.
When would I have the time to do that?
Daddy, who is the father of Nelly?
Would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites and his beloved astronomy.
I used to love astronomy at his age. My nanny, Miss Annie, would soon beat us out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny, George. It is out of the question to do without one.
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies. So the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's your tea party coming along?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends. Actually, I heard from Clemmy Bunting today. She was rehearsing a new play, and I thought I might ask her.
Winifred, how many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever connection to all that part of your life.
I was an actress, George. Lots of people might find that interesting, though you always talk as if I should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George, but sometimes it's hard.
It's not hard, it's your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what is your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to kiss you.
Oh. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well, but just make sure she's doing things our way, and not yours. What good are rules if you can bend them? We need a man who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, you don't befriend them. I hear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Being Mrs. Banks, truly an easy role, and yet it's one which I don't seem to good at on the whole. I have a comfy, I have a simple life, I have an age that's more than someone else's wife. Being Mrs. Banks, what does that entail? Facing test, character, I always seem to fail. And as for his best people, I'd like to say, no thanks. They're not exactly my idea of being Mrs. Banks.
I still feel as if I'm dreaming so much fun in just one day. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. I'm sure Lily says Phoebe, let's hope she will stay. With my kiss, let's hope she will stay.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned them all. Chim chimney, chim chim cherry.
Good morning, birds. Loving the next dinner, I see.
Got to King Street shoe shape, Admiral.
Now tell me, how are things aboard number 17? Hope it's all smooth sailing with Mary Poppins, I suppose.
Well, there's some rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
Oh, it's luck. What those kids need is a touch of the cat and a night on the yard.
Those children need animals and such happiness.
Mrs. Brill, don't make the sandwiches too early. They'll get stale before the guests arrive.
Everything's under control, ma'am.
And what about the cake?
Cooling on a tray, waiting to be iced.
And you're quite sure you do know how to ice it?
Quite sure. And in case you're worried, I have not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop.
No. Well, I'll just go up and check on the drawing room then.
I like to be helpful.
I'd like to be rich, but the good Lord thought otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room.
Well, she can't have me. I have too much on my plate as it is.
She says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Does she indeed? Well, why not go out by the gasworks and have a smoke for some good measure?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind, honest.
All right, I will give you one task, and one task only. And so help me if you get this wrong. I'll swing for you and sing as they pull the lever.
What is it?
Put the icing tools next to the cake, and I'll need a bowl of hot water to warm them. I will make the icing as soon as I'm back.
Icing tools, cake, hot water. I'll make the icing as soon as I'm back.
Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once the cake's through, I have the sandwiches next because Madam wants them fresh. So I can't start them until there's no time to finish them. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Well, don't just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right. No.
What are you looking for?
A bowl full of water.
Michael, why don't we make the icing?
Because we don't know how.
Don't be so feeble. Get me the eggs. If Mrs. Brill can do it, it can't be that hard.
Are there eggs in icing?
There are 9.
I don't think Mrs. Brill will thank you.
Then she'll be guilty of great ingratitude.
Is it supposed to look like this?
It doesn't look like that when Mrs. Brill does it.
Don't be so impertinent and get me the cake!
Honestly, Miss Jane, if you would... Oh!
Yeah!
What have you done? Roberts and I. Oh dear, should I call the doctor?
I don't think that would be necessary, Madam.
How could you be so unkind when you know how important my party is? You deserve some very nasty messes and just wait until bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go up and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill, and I won't take it, and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But it's strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
I'm cordial.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
I told you she was tricky.
Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He is the servant.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find the fun at snap, the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A lark, a spring, it's very clear to see. Apparently these came this morning, and Robinson and I forgot to give them to you. Our apologies for my guests. They're not coming. None of them.
Do you think we chose the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you've asked the wrong people.
Mary Poppins, where are we going today?
I hope you could play this game.
What game?
A visit to the bank.
That's not a game. Did Daddy agree? If he did, you mustn't forget Angie's head somehow.
Was an impertinent thing to say. Me, putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Precision and order, causing a wheel, opening a ledger, closing a deal, prudent investments, financial sense, on earth a ray of sunshine, pound shillings and pence. Good morning. Great men had dreams of power and position, had a job to back them to the hill. For shrewd investment and advice will pay the price. The bedrock on which banks are built. Banks, a word. I see everyone hustlers here today. Have you come to a decision? I believe so, sir. Good, good. Be sure it's the right one. Every transaction, credit or debt, sheets are all well balanced, targets are met.
Air banks, what objections can you have? My security is more than adequate, and Latin America is an expanding market. What is the matter? Have you no courage?
I do believe you.
Are you man enough to be a banker? Our man has dreams of building an empire, to state his name in many distant lands. And in this new world I am told will soon strike gold. Let's seize that chance with both our hands.
Assessing the market, limit the risk, later and forever. Business is risk.
So have you come to a decision, Mr. Banks? There's a town of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance. You won't regret it. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I'll give it everything I've got. Believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I'm trying to find a way, but they're just enough collateral.
What about my workforce? Decent men who want a better life. They're my collateral. My men have dreams to earn an honest living. Oh, I think it's a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it pays away. I promise we'd repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but I...
Hello, Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we are done here. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
Well, it's never too early to earn its value.
I know the value of this sixpence.
No, that is its worth. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good and may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Roberts?
Thank you.
Mr. Banks, I will wait outside.
What is the meaning of this? Really, Mary Poppins? I am not without a sense of humor.
Aren't you, Daddy?
No, I am not. But when I was a little boy, I would never have dared insult my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was. But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way. And he would have been very annoyed if she hadn't.
Was not your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either one of them more than once a week.
Didn't they mind?
Mind? They were glad to be rid of me.
Poor What, Daddy?
Poor? What do you mean, poor? That's what made me the man I am today. Hey, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
That's enough. You've seen where I work, and I've got a great deal to do.
When you invest in the bank's money, Daddy, what are you looking for? A good man or good idea?
I suppose I should say a good idea, but a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
What about children?
Mr. Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea?
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Air Banks.
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man who's certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Miss Northbrook, when exactly could the factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
course he can. Now, getting him to stop is the problem.
How do you learn to talk, dog?
How do you think? Master the grammar
Practice when you can.
and avoid mongrels.
Far too much slang.
Now, come along. I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop? What a silly expression.
There's nothing silly about it in the least.
What do you buy in a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
Well, there is only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corey.
Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey is older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went to conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander when he went so great.
We'll have to call the shop in the park.
But there is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
That's it! I've run out of conversations.
A good day to you, Mrs. Corey.
Well. If it isn't Mary Poppins with J. Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how has told it to Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop here in secret.
But it can't have been the St. George Banks. It would have been 40 years ago, and no one can remember back that far.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if you've got any left today. Here you are, gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversations.
I'm out of conversations, and I'm right out of words too. You see, I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But let me see what we have left. Woo, I do have some letters. A little bit back chat. An ounce, you said? Brilliant! Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
I've got D, G, R, U, C, L, and I.
They're no good. You can't make conversation of them.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
A, S, F, E, T, O, and P.
And I'll choose an X. Now, what words can we make?
Well, I see talking cat.
That's 9.
Lapitophorus. That's 11. Nearly there.
These don't count. You made them up.
Then where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can always use the same letter more than once. Now, let me see. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to prove a rally to the right. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through the lexicon to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It can mean exactly what you want it to. As no native would chatting, simply grunting would suffice.
Although if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have grasped its images, and every single pyramid would bear its time open. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Saints and wild animals, mountains of the world.
Add some golden flourishes and pseudo-glucose.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle diddle diddle, diddle I. Diddle diddle diddle, diddle I. Diddle diddle diddle, diddle I. Diddle diddle diddle, diddle I.
Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths. 16 vowels as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R
R
C-A-L-I-N
F
R-A-G-I-L
L
I-S-C-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-G
O-C-I-O-U-S.
Smarty Pants.
S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-N R-A-G-I-L I-S-C-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-G O-C-I-O-U-S S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-N R-A-G-I-L I-S-C-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-G O-C-I-O-U-S S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-N R-A-G-I-L I-S-C-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-G O-C-I-O-U-S.
Here we go! Exactly what they're bringing. Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Stand back. You are never to go near that page, nor no one else but me neither. That is an errand. And while you are near this, stay totally immobile.
Immobile.
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle.
Don't even breathe. Do you hear me?
I might as well be dead.
Don't give me any ideas.
A gang is played, a change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George, what's happened? Are you ill?
No. Should I be?
Of course not. Only one note. You home so early. Is everything all right?
No. Everything's all wrong.
My dear, what is it?
If you must know, I refused a German chap alone. It seems he went to achieve rivals.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilistic.
That's more than not enough. Go to your room.
But we were
I don't care what you were just. Upstairs, now, Jane, you two. Where's that briefcase? I just put it here. Michael? Jane? Will you give it to me? Must I put up with this behavior? You're their mother. Why can't you do something?
Well, I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach these children manners. Just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I'd wait, you'd be at this house by...
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, don't bring the children down tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you could keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, ma'am. Tonight's my evening out.
What?
I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans.
No, ma'am, they wouldn't.
I thought not.
It's not fair. Daddy's mean and rotten, and I hate it!
Jane, take that back. I will not have you criticize your father.
Why? He criticizes you all the time. Last week he said you were neither use nor ornament.
How dare you?
You heard it and so did I.
Sometimes people say things they don't mean. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
It would be the point.
Perhaps I could help.
Don't worry. You will.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
The fact is, I've been suspended by the bank without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick. 'Cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim chim.
It's not fair. You're going out and we get left on our own.
You've plenty of toys to play with.
They're boring.
They might say the same about you.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe, but have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
But I don't want to live in an upside down family. I wish I could run away.
Why don't you? Someone might adopt you.
But you'd miss me.
No, I couldn't. No, I wouldn't. I could have your toys.
No, you could not.
Yes, I could, and I jolly well would.
Give that to me. Now look what you've done.
That's no way to treat Valentine. What's she ever done to you?
She's a doll, silly. She couldn't do anything.
Now that's all, you two. Now into bed at once.
But we haven't had our milk.
There'll be no buts and no milk either. If you can't be good, you may as well be sorry.
I wish you would just leave us alone.
What?
Be careful of things you wish for.
Well, I won't go to sleep, and you can't make me.
Valentine, go inside and make yourself presentable. Well, in that, as in so many things,
Your information.
is faulty. Playing the game,
In the east, there's a mist up where the smoke is all billowed and curled. Between pavement and stars is the chimney sweeps the world, where there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night. There's things off in shadow and halfways in light. On the rooftops of London, what a sight.
Oh, so you're all sweet now, are you?
Best view in the world, eh? Who gets to see it? Birds, stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, eh? Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think the sweeps on the bottom most rung. Though I spent me time in the ashes and smoke in this whole wide world, there's no happier bloke. Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cherry. My sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cherry.
Good luck will
Oh, blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too. Oh, so you're going then?
The wind has changed.
But the good kids, Mary.
Well, I'd be bothering with them if they weren't. But I can't help them if they wouldn't let me. There's no one so hard to teach as the child who knows everything.
So?
So, they've got to do the next bit on their own.
Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cherry.
You're with us and you're in the last company. Goodbye, bird.
Chim 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 cherry. When you're with the sweet, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them what sings chim chim. cherry, chim, chim. Chim, chimney, chim, chim, cherry, chim.
Cheerio, birds. Keep an eye out for me.
Where Poppins is gone? What does the note say?
What in the name of heavens are you two doing up? Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? I'll be the bloom biscuit.
Mrs. Brill, this is our party.
Why?
That's what she brings for this. DJ Commander will keep playing the games. Our partner, Poppins.
Well, it's French. I know that. Does it mean good luck or God bless you? I remember now. It means till we meet again. Come on.
Morning, Admiral.
Mrs. Brill, is the nursery tidy?
Make it, man.
You wouldn't believe how hard it was to track her down.
Really, man? Fancy that. Core, they get their nannies for a flippin' pastime. Now one returns to make this fearful fuss. Never liked her much when she was here the last time.
Make life easier for both of us.
Mrs. Brill, it is her, isn't it?
Well, I don't know who else.
Why such a secret? Do you think we'll find it there? And it says till we meet again. I just know it must be her.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. She'll be here in a moment. Now let's go. Dear, you're going to be surprised.
I'm afraid you know very well I hate surprises at the best of times.
Not this time. Don't I believe you're going to be proud of it once. Really make a difference. I found her for you. Thinking some moment, and now I'll begin. You can be proud of in cherry tree. Hurry up, everybody, into the hall. I want you to find everything. Speak, spot, speak, and
Speak and spell. Sense of excitement. It's hard to Wonder is returning. Someone is returning to Cherry Tree.
Good morning.
Holy terror!
Miss Abigail, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. I never enjoy travel. You must be poor George's wife. Your flower beds are disgracefully untidy. Take my advice. Plant evergreens, or better still,
Have nothing there at art. Plain cement courtyard.
But, dear Miss Andrew, I'm so fond of flowers.
And you are a very silly woman. Where did George go?
I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment.
For which no doubt he was late as usual. It's not much of a house, is it?
We like it.
Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust there and there, filth.
Well, we're rather short-staffed at the moment.
Hasn't anyone ever cleaned those curtains?
Oh.
Now just a minute. Ah, you must be the children. Pity. I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent boy! You're Jane, I suppose. Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I don't like them.
Tut! What manners! I can see there's not a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best fits the brimstone and tree and carnival, liberal doses of each. Eat all the treats these children record, the lessons I'm going to teach. Just follow my model and don't mollycoddle. It made me or so to work. So seek satisfaction, purest action. Brimstone and treacle will work. Open.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse.
Do I have to?
Open. Brimstone and treacle. All elixir. These are the tools of my trade. Spoons of sugar. Don't have a hole. And seeing that changes are made. Where manners are chronic, my tincture's the tonic that serves to wipe off the smirk. Or out of ration, matronly fashion, brimstone and treacle will work. Your son will go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I shall take charge of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I fear it's clear that in these two such bad habits first threaten to rot on the bottle. Brimstone and treacle will work. Now, show me to my room. Brimstone and treacle will She can't stay. They'll have to dismiss her. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm disappointed. Truly I am. I thought it'd be, her with the umbrella.
What are we going to do? The only thing we can do, run away!
Easy now. Your friend ain't gonna hurt ya.
Oh, Matt, it's you! You're filthy!
Perhaps a smudge or two. So happens today I'm a chimney sweep. So, what's the matter and who's after you?
The nastiest man in the world!
The nastiest nanny in the world, eh? Well, you two should know. You've been through enough of them. Surely as bad as all that.
She looks like something that would eat its young.
Mr. Andrew is Daddy's nanny.
Which explains a lot.
Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and moans. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help, but now it's too late.
I wouldn't say that. I'll tell you what, why don't we start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck?
Why would shaking hands with you?
Didn't anyone ever tell him it's lucky to shake a sweep's hand?
What do you do if you want some luck?
Why shake hands with himself? Now, what have we got here?
Why not? It's a real one. Aren't you happy? You always wanted to fly with the kite.
I've always wanted to fly with Daddy.
Of course you have. But you need to know it's done. Get some training in, and you'll make him the proudest father in the country.
Do you really think so? You're not just saying that.
Did I say the country? Or a blooming empire more like? With tuppence for paper and strings, you can aim your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Try again.
What's this? What's this? We don't allow litter here.
It isn't litter, it's a kite.
Oh, what cut is it? Oh, what it is? I've flown a kite since I was a boy. Now we'll wind her up, give her a run, and away she'll go.
I want to do it.
Well, you'll let me help, won't you? See, I've been flown a kite since I was a little boy.
Oh, all right.
When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Reel it in.
I can't get stuck.
Let me. You can do it, but one more time. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Oh, I knew it's Mary Poppins. I knew you'd come back.
Don't squeeze, I'm not a sardine in a tin. And where are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on.
And why not, may I ask?
Because we've run away.
Have you indeed?
Ever since you went away, it's been awful. Miss Andrews coming down his ruins.
Oh my eye, but your life's a tragedy. Now let's go home and don't dawdle.
But she's there. She came this morning as a surprise for Daddy.
Did she? Well, maybe I will be a surprise for her. That was a lovely greeting, Bert.
I meant it, Mary. Welcome. You're a sight for sore eyes.
Really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
I told you they were good kids, Mary.
And I told you they were worth bothering with.
Now see here, it's against regulations. Coming down from the sky like that, and where from? I'd like to know, where from?
If I were a park keeper, I should straighten my cap and button my coat. Come along, children.
Aren't you going to shake hands with Bert for luck?
No,
Why not? We have.
I don't need any luck, thank you.
lost on the way. The sovereign, the master, and long may he reign. The famous good for nothing of Cherry Tree Lane.
They'll find their way home in no time. Let's face it, man. They've had enough practice.
This time will not be enough. I'm afraid I've been unhappy. I'm afraid I've made everyone unhappy.
They'll turn up. Don't you worry.
George, dear. I know it hurts your pride, dear. But you can't just run and hide, dear. Why can't you see that I'm here? And I am on his side. Whenever you spoke of Miss Andrew, you showered a warning with praise. But now that I've met dear Miss Andrew, there's one or two things I rephrase. To think you were raised by a monster and carried that
Perhaps she's killed everyone. Perhaps they're all dead.
Not like that, you stupid boy!
Well, they're not all dead. What's that noise?
Oh, it's a bird. I might have known. Did she? Well, frankly, that's not a surprise. Locked in this cage, not free in the skies. For 2 years, how shameful! Yes, of course, that's a field I know well. An avenue local, your wings will grow stronger. Once you are free from the cell.
What kind of bird is it?
A lark? You must sing a lark in a cage for the first time and the last. you were very naughty to go running off like that, and I should be as angry as anything. I weren't so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrews?
She's gone.
Gone. Why?
She didn't give a reason, ma'am.
How peculiar. So, Mary Poppins, if you're back, are you going to stay?
I'll stay for as long as necessary, ma'am.
Because the last time you were here, you left without a word of warning. How do I know you won't do it again?
You don't. Excuse me, ma'am?
Constable, I'm so sorry about you, but it's quite all right. The back end.
Not all of them, ma'am. We found this one wandering in the park. Good night, ma'am.
George,
Where is she?
Miss Andrews, she left.
Left? But how?
She might have thought we were rude.
Rude? To Miss Andrew? Well, I can't forgive it, but I could try to forget. In fact, I'd have given you 6 pence if I had one.
George, you haven't noticed. Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Mary Poppins. Well, well. I wonder if I might have a word. There's no point in beating about the bush. Things have not gone well for us since you left us.
I don't mind wages, sir, if you don't mind. I won't take any just now. I should prefer to let them accrue.
But Mary Poppins, if you only knew how many payments are accruing as it is.
Is everything settled then?
It is. Now I must get started. Jane, Michael, Spitspot.
Come along, Bob. Make it all more sweet. How cold is that? After so many incidents. What's the worst that can happen?
Winifred, if I to be dismissed by the bank, we'll be destitute. The servants will leave, the house will be repossessed, and we'll be outside with the children sitting on the fussy curbside.
We'll still have a few matters. The children and each other.
You're practically perfect in every way. I guarantee. Practically perfect. We hope you'll stay. Uncanny days are hard to find.
Unique and unspeakably kind. Practically perfect. Can yet touch. It's never fun to miss. Nothing again more.
Is that looking blue?
And if it is,
What's inside it?
a portrait. You'll know when the time comes and not before.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you?
I'll stay to the chain breaks.
Chain. Where?
Michael, you must be careful. The rain's it's excited to see me back, and you never know what might happen around the fireplace.
Michael! Michael, calm down! Mary Poppins! Mary Poppins! What's happening? Mary Poppins! Hello there. Bert, what are you doing up here?
Where else should a chimney sweep be? A chimney swept, a secret kept, up here above the gables. Another world to be unfurled, it ain't just myths and fables. A chimney stack was cold and black against the twilight sky. But never fear, there's more up here, perhaps you'll find out why.
And what do I look like? That's better.
The world is awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
And we're awfully small and unimportant.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Not to us so much, but our travels. They seem so big down in the nursery. What's up here?
That's more like it. Troubles never seem so bad when you look at them from a little higher up. And always remember, there's plenty of folk ready to help you should you need them.
Who?
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. Now covered in soot and a rub on your roof. See? It's true.
Brush away the dirt and soot. Brush away your tears. Little weathers up all eyes. We can see for miles. Our idea of heaven is a night out on the tops. We never come home. Smudge guitar and but when you need a helping hand, we try to step in, just in time. Step in, step in, never need a reason, never need a rhyme. We will step in time. Rooftop, step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Over the rooftop, step in time. Watch you step, but step in time. Watch you step, but step in time.
chairman want to see me at the close of business tonight?
Tonight? Well, I'm going to come with you and jolly well give your chairman a piece of my mind.
That would only make matters worse. We might as well accept it. Just a few hours, I would have joined the ranks of the employee.
Oh, George, are you quite sure?
Quite sure? So we'd better make some plans. In fact, I'm afraid the time
Oh,
has come.
George, you don't mean your mother's vase. Do be careful. Mrs. Brill, let's go into the kitchen, shall we? You'd better sit down. Mrs. Brill, is that your dinner cooking?
Don't you get me started on how you opened all
I was only going to say that it smells delicious.
The whole world has gone upside down!
Well, I never. So that's where I put them. Huh.
What are they?
Stars. Gingerbread stars I hid once from my nanny. I knew I put them where no one would find them. Trouble was, I couldn't find them either.
They're very bright.
Aren't they? Even after all this time.
Here, let me give you a hand.
I used to dream that when I grew up, I learned everything there was to know about the stars. Funny. I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
Is it? I'm not so sure. A man has dreamed of walking with giants to carve his name in the edifice of time. Before the mortar of his zeal has the chance to congeal, the cup is dashed from his lips, the flame is snuffed the morning, he's brought to rack and ruin in his prime. You know what I think? It's Mary Poppins. For the moment she stepped into this house, things began to happen to me.
That's the truth.
My world was calm, well-ordered, exemplary. Then came this person with chaos in her wake. And now my life's ambitions go with one fell blow. It's quite a bitter pill to take. It's that Poppins woman. She's responsible for all this.
I know the very person. What's that thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into 2 pancakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an healthy helping every day. A healthy helping of trouble, if you ask me. Like you say, Governor, you've got to grind at that grindstone. The child slips like sand through a sieve. And not too soon they buck and frown, and then they flow. And it's too late for you to give just that spoonful of sugar down the medicine, go down, medicine, go down. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Bert, and good luck to you too.
Father,
What is it?
we've come to say goodnight.
Ah, yes. Good night.
Do you remember when we visited the bank?
Yes.
Well, we were each given a sixpence, and we were told to spend them carefully.
Excellent advice. That's exactly what you should do. What did you buy with it?
Nothing yet. We've kept them, and now I've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this?
No, she hasn't said a word, but we know it's been hard for you lately, and we haven't really given much help.
So we thought a bit of extra change might loosen things up a little.
It's a whole shilling.
Thank you.
Good night, Daddy. We do love you, you know.
Jane, do you remember you once asked me who the father of Nereus was?
Yes?
It was Poseidon, king of the sea. Good night.
is, but just remember that he loves you very much, and that's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
Are you going to the bank with him?
I'd like to, but he just won't let me. If only there was someone to stand up for him, to take his part, to show him what he's really like inside.
Why can't he do that for himself?
Because he's a man and very proud.
Then you must go.
I wish he'd let me, but he won't.
Why?
Because I am a woman.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible if you can only get it out of your own way.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can let it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made.
You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade. Anything can happen, it's a marvel. You can be a butterfly.
Or just sail up, stretch your mind beyond. Dreams are made of strong elastic.
It's what sounded nice and true.
Anything can happen if you let it. Anything can happen if you let it. No one does it for you. Jelly isn't jelly till you set
I will take it as a great favor if you will kindly feed me.
Well, Banks, how did you do it? You turned down an offer that was bound to make us millions, and we want to know why.
Then I'll tell you. I refused Mr. Van Hostel's offer because his scheme was hollow. It had no substance, it had no meaning outside the walls of a bank. Yes, he talked about assets and profits and growth, but there wasn't a word about people. I know that if a man puts any value on life, that as far as you're concerned, he's a washout. But I'm afraid I do value it, ladies and gentlemen. In short, George Banks Esquire has rediscovered the human race. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things to life than just making money.
Ruining the bank? Ruining the bank? Ruining the bank? My dear chap, what are you talking about? You saved our bacon. You kept us out of one of the nastiest schemes in all recorded history. Van Hustler's scheme ruined our rivals. We're not asking for your apology. We're offering you ours.
Oh my word.
That's just it. We want to know why. Do you remember a fellow by the name Northbrook? Well, he's repaying us by opening 2 new banks. And with the percentages you negotiated, we look set to make a fortune.
Oh my word.
That's just it. Give us a word. We want to know how. It'll be quite safe with us.
Give you the word? Give you the word? I'll give you the word, all right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh, sir, thank you.
Now, Banks,
Forgive him, it's not his fault. It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrew.
the Holy Terror! She taught me everything I know!
Then now's your chance to forget it.
That's right, and if you want to fight about it, then you've come to the right woman.
It's all right, darling, it's all right. I haven't lost any money at all. I made the bank a fortune.
Really?
Mr. Banks is amazing. He gives me fortune.
Ladies and gentlemen, madam, if you may, we still have some business to attend to. Okay? Well, Banks, George, by way of recompense, we'd like to offer you a position as senior manager with double your salary.
Exactly how much has he made you?
Triple, quadruple your current rate.
Close your mouth, George, we're not a codfish.
Well,
I accept. But you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed?
Agreed.
Winifred, I'm afraid of underestimating you. How can you forgive me?
How can you ask?
It was selfish of me to keep you off the stage. You want to go back, and I won't mind if you do.
No, I love it, but I found a role that I rather prefer. It's going to keep me extremely busy for a very long time.
Anything can happen, raise the curtain. Things you thought impossible.
Will soon seem certain. Though at first it may sound clownish, see the world more upside downish. Turn it on its head, then you wet it. Anything can happen if you let it.
You reach for the stars when you get past stars, but we have the hope to stay. If you reach for the heavens,
You get the stars. They're yours, Mary. I painted them for you. Tonight, isn't it?
Yes, Bert.
Well, bye then.
Goodbye, Bert. Look after yourself.
Poppins. Mary Poppins? She's gone.
Gone? How peculiar.
She'll be back. Now. What do you think of this?
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Could you fly with me?
Oh, Daddy! No, Mary Poppins is not coming back. She's gone forever.
Oh, darling, how could you know such a thing?
Because we don't need her anymore. And other families will, won't they, Daddy?
They will.
George, do you think she could be right? We really could do without a nanny from now on.
I think you should better come dance with me.
George, this is serious.
Look! Wasn't that a shooting star?
You can borrow my telescope.
Wish upon it, children. My dearest love.
We'll never forget you, Mary Poppins. We'll never forget.